Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we visited Kokiri Village to see how it's fared in the 7 years since we pulled the Master Sword. This time, we're going to be heading back to not Kokiri Village, we were just there, Kokiri Forest. A place we've been told to go after getting our new skill in Kokiri Village, which we did by getting the hook shot. It's been 7 years. Hopefully home hasn't changed too much. But then I've found that generally when you move and then go back home, things change pretty drastically. In Kokiri Forest, there are monsters in the civilization now. Not quite as bad as the ones in Castletown, considering they're not zombies at least, but the Kokiri are magic creatures, so I don't know, maybe they turned into Deku Scrubs and Deku Babas. That enemy at the entrance was technically a big Deku Baba, which is a new enemy, but they behave identically to normal Deku Babas. The only issue is they're much taller, so they're harder to hit. First place we see, Mido's house. Oh, well, there's somebody here at least. Mido's buds, I suppose.
I see. You didn't have any problems entering the forest, mister. Did the meanies out there bother you much? Before the Great Deku Tree died, you wouldn't see things like that around here. Since it's dangerous outside, I always stay inside my house. But I'm bored to death in here.
This isn't your house. This is Mido's house, sir.
Why is that fairy following you around? You're not one of us.
Link is aged 7 years. For a Kokiri, that's unusual. They don't recognize him. Saria's house has only one person inside, and it's not Saria.
Have you been traveling around much, mister? Have you ever met a boy named Link? Mido said that the Great Deku Tree withered because that boy did something wrong to it. Only Saria defended Link, until she left. Maybe we misunderstood.
Yeah, Mido did spread the rumor. It might have seemed like when we came back nobody was really suspicious, but they did genuinely believe that Link is the reason the Great Deku Tree died.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before, mister? Saria went to the temple and hasn't come back. Hi, mister. You can't use a Deku Shield. It's only for kids.
I know.
Welcome.
Hi.
You can buy arrows at a shop only if you have a bow. Have you got one, mister?
No, we do not.
Welcome. We sell shields, but not swords.
I see you have nothing new. You have no new takes or opinions, even in 7 years, man. Good for you. I didn't mean to talk to you again. He's just very excited to have a visitor for the first time in years.
Since the Great Deku Tree withered, more meanies have been appearing in the forest. I'm scared. Where's Saria? Do you know Saria, mister? That's weird. Where is Mido gone during such an emergency? An evil wind is blowing from the direction of the forest temple. Saria left saying I have to do something about it. The forest temple is located in the sacred forest meadow in the far side of the Lost Woods.
We know. I guess so do you. You are the know-it-all, brothers. The reason I came in here at nighttime, more than just the mood, because I'd rather be here with no music than with the Kokiri Forest music, there is a gold skulltula to grab. If I can just hit it, Jesus. Using the hook shot, we can get its token. That's 47 in total. Another thing, the magic beanstalk we planted. Magic bean plants really do just take you all over the place. Another example would be the one that we planted in the graveyard, but that one didn't really take us on this big of a journey. Yeah, we're getting taken all the way over to the Lost Woods practically with this one, but that's not really the main thing that we get for this one. Using this one, we can get up here to get 26 rupees. We spent like 80 rupees on that magic bean plant, probably, so yeah, not really worth it, but it is respawning every time you leave the forest, so I guess it's renewable at least. One more thing I want to do before we do anything else in this video is to play Saria's song.
You want to talk to Saria, right?
Yes.
Link? This is Saria. Can you hear me? Great, you're safe. I knew I would hear from you again. I'm in the forest temple. The forest spirits were calling for help, so I went to check it out. But it's full of evil monsters. Help me, Link.
Do you want to talk to Saria again? Doesn't seem like we have a lot of time to do that. But we do have time for me to go on a spiel, because that's what I do in these videos. Yeah. So nobody here recognizes Link. He's aged 7 years and the Kokiri don't grow up, so to them, this just can't be Link. In my opinion, this is one of the most tragic parts of this game. I think this game's story really is a tragedy, even if it's largely covered up by a lot of that Nintendo charm. Link was sealed in the Sacred Realm for 7 years. In those 7 years, he didn't get to grow up at all. To himself, he's probably still 10 years old, just trapped in a 17-year-old body, and he's just been thrust into a devastated version of his world where nobody he grew up with even recognizes him. The only person who has recognized him so far, Malin, only recognized him because he knew Epona's song. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I guess Epona recognized him too, which is actually why Malin recognized him, but yeah. Something else, the Happy Mask salesman very clearly hinted that the Mask of Truth would have a different use when you get older. What a liar! We can't equip it, which means we can't even talk to this Gossip Stone. However, I can show you some more funny interactions with the Gossip Stone, like if you place a bomb, it'll start counting down, and then fly away. Sending out a distress signal. Hyrule needs help right now. Maybe an Arwing will come to answer the call. Heading into the Lost Woods, we want to take our first left, where we can find a Skull Kid. If we approach him, he will be hostile. Talking to Navi. Is this what happens to kids who wander into the forest? It looks like he doesn't like grown-ups. Yeah, Skull Kids don't trust you anymore, even if they're the ones you made friends with. Try to shoot them with a weapon that's ranged, and they will just run away. We're going to ignore the guy who clearly needs some help right now. Reason being, there is more to this Skull Kid. As soon as he jumps down, we want to wait until he uses his blow dart, and then do a jump attack and he gets away. Okay. This is gonna take a few attempts, probably. Yeah, doing even a jump attack just makes him disappear, apparently. We will be able to defeat a Skull Kid later, but right now, it's not seeming likely, so I'll just be saving it for later. That's fine. Anyway, Grog is here, and that is this guy's name. No response. He's sleeping. At least he's just sleeping. Last time there was no response, it was not that. Yeah. On top of that, we head over here. We can now ride this magic bean plant, which will take us over the bridge, which gives us a shortcut out of Kokiri Forest altogether. Also takes us down here, which isn't very useful because we already have the capacity upgrade that you could get down there, but yeah. That'll be useful later. Oh, you're back again. I'll give it one more shot, why not? Okay, Bomb just got him to run away too. Whatever. I'll do a little more research and come back later. Anyway. We're going to head through the forest normally now. Until, look who it is.
What are you? Though you wear Kokirish clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anybody go through here.
Anybody? Are you sure? What if I know Saria's song, buddy?
Sorry, I need you to play that a little closer to me. I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
That melody! Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him.
We remind him of Link. Convenient, considering we are Link. Now that that's done, we want to head in here, where we planted yet another magic beanstalk, because it will bring us right up here, where there is a gold Skulltula. With precise aim, it is also possible to get this with the hook shot, but, well, you need to use a bomb shoe to kill the Skulltula, but then you can use precise aim with the hook shot to get the token. It's much easier to just do it this way, though. I was wrong when I said that magic bean plant is required, though. We can also just go up along here. It doesn't seem like there is anything here. Even that tree branch looks like it should have a skull kit or something on it, but it doesn't. Yeah. The only thing up here was a gold Skulltula. Also, the forest stage is gone. I think. Yeah. No more forest stage. Got a reset because I definitely just lost track of what direction I was facing at some point in there. We are just going to go through normally until we hit the Sacred Forest Meadow. Which is pretty easy, all things considered. Although I almost just took a wrong turn again. It's been a little bit since I've recorded, so I have started to forget a little bit of the Lost Woods. This way. Yes. Okay, here we are. The Sacred Forest Meadow. You can see that the Stone of Agony is responding. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to place a bomb. There's a hole here. We could have accessed this sooner, but I wanted to wait until now. And look at the wall in here. It looks kind of insane. The floor being like the stone tile, too. It's pretty neat. There are just Wolfos in here for us to fight. 2 of them, specifically. I don't know, it's not very hard, but at least there's something in here. Once we kill them, this chest. Has 50 rupees. Not really worth the effort, honestly. In the maze in the Sacred Forest Meadow.
From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use Z targeting to always look in the proper direction. Set your view so you can see down the next corridor before you turn a corner. Once your view is set, hold down Z to sidestep around the corner. That way, you won't be surprised by an enemy waiting in ambush.
Yeah, as she said, there is a new enemy in here. A pretty damn big one. Moblins. Once they see you, they will become invulnerable, charge at you, and just give you a nice spearing. They also will hear you if you're behind them, unless you're just walking slowly, so yeah. The safest way to kill them is just to hit them in the back with the hook shot, but yeah, this is definitely the scariest Moblins have ever been, at least in my opinion. They're just huge, like, lumbering, terrifying little guys. Well, they're not little guys. They aren't little at all, actually. Yeah, as you can see, they're invulnerable once they've started charging, so much for that. You kind of just want to wait until they're, like, right in front of you while you're doing this. Be patient going through here. They won't give you any trouble, but they are terrifying. Oh, he turned around. Look at that. Okay, well, he heard me, but he didn't see me, so he's not charging. Okay. I'm being way too impatient here. You can also snipe them from behind corners. So if you're impatient like me, that'll make things a little bit easier. Doesn't sound like they're here. That's good. You can even hear them, like, making, like, dog noises. Like they're just pit bulls on the hunt. It's terrifying. Okay. I gotta be patient with this one. Whether I like it or not. Here he comes. There we go. Okay. I do like that they just make like a noise whenever you actually get them. Ooh, we have a good opportunity here. There we go. Okay. We are so close to the end here. There is nothing we can do here because we need to be able to get around in order to get the last one. I'm pretty sure there's one in that last corridor at least. Yes, because we'll be able to see him here too. This one walks in a little more complicated of a pattern, I think. Oh, he's all the way over there. There we go, okay. The hookshot reaches that far when I need it to, and that's what really counts. Now that we're at the end here, we want to climb up this ladder because you definitely heard the gold Skulltula, and it bothers me when I hear them as much as it bothers you. There we go, 49 tokens, not bad. And I'm also gonna head down here to get another fairy because I used one in the last video as a, like, joke, which is stupid. I want as many fairies as I can reasonably have. For the record, that Skulltula only appears at night. There is a reason I chose to come to Kokiri Forest at night. Multiple even, apparently. Ooh, almost headshotted him. Instead I, like, upper chest shotted him, which I guess is good enough. Another new enemy. This is a club moblin. It'll slam the ground with its club to make shockwaves. You can easily avoid them just by zigzagging. Although, that didn't work out very well for me that time, did it? Okay, well, you can get by them by zigzagging if you aren't bad. His aim is already determined as soon as he lifts the club. Oh my god, it's supposed to be 3 and then you're past him, but I suck. There we go. Okay. He is now defenseless. We can just stab him in the back, and he's dead. Drops 20 rupees too. I remember him dropping more than that. That's kind of underwhelming, honestly, but whatever. We got past him in the end.
The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest.
You've learned the Minuet of Forest.
Link, I'll see you again.
It's unfair how cool he is. Using a Deku Nut to hide his, like, I guess, cool ninja jump, but I don't know how he escapes, all things considered. But he uses the Deku Nut to hide it, and I think that's so cool. Impa did it earlier, too. It's just like a Sheikah thing. It's so neat. We can use the hook shot now to get up on this branch, and we'll now be able to enter the Forest Temple. As Sheik said, you can also play the menu at a forest to get back here anytime. So we no longer have to deal with the moblins that I can still hear growling ever again. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're going to be heading into the Forest Temple. See you guys then.